Hello, and welcome back to another one of our daily reading reflections. Our gospel for today is for Tuesday, January 18th, and is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 2, verses 23 to 28. One Sabbath, Jesus and his disciples were going through the grain fields, and as they made their way, his disciples began to pluck heads of the grain. The Pharisees said to him, "Look, why are they doing what is not lawful on the Sabbath?" And Jesus said to them, "Have you never read what David did when he and his companions were hungry and in need of food? He entered the house of God when Abiathar was high priest, and ate the bread of the presence, which is not lawful for any but the priest to eat, and he gave some to his companions." Then Jesus said to them, "The Sabbath was made for people, and not people for the Sabbath. So the Son of Man is Lord even on the Sabbath." The Gospel of the Lord. So here we have Jesus talk about the Sabbath. The Pharisees are upset because Jesus' disciples are plucking grain during the Sabbath, which would be a form of work, and the Jewish people at the time were not supposed to be doing any work on the Sabbath. And the sort of the similar to the Gospel of Mark, in the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus even asked the Pharisees if they would rescue a sheep that fell into the well on the Sabbath, which most likely they would have done, thus profaning the Sabbath. So here, the Pharisees are concerned about proper usage of the Sabbath, which in itself is not bad, because we have to make sure to keep the Sabbath holy, just like we have to keep our Sundays holy and for a day of rest best that we can. But Jesus here is pointing out that there are sometimes needs that need to be filled on the Sabbath, even though it might not technically be a form of rest for us. So, like, technically pricking grains from a grain field would be a form of work on the Sabbath. But what Jesus is saying is that we have to, like, not necessarily focus too much on the legalism of things, not too much on following the rules exactly. It's important to recognize where our Sabbath rest is coming from, and ultimately that Sabbath rest is coming from God. And this is why Jesus said that the Sabbath was made for people. So the Sabbath day, the day of rest, was made for us, so that we could have a day of rest. Not so much that we were made for the Sabbath to follow all these strict laws. The Sabbath was made for us to give us a day of rest. And this was the beautiful thing. And as we see, especially in today's world, when we're constantly about being busy and busy, that we need to take that time to take rest, and also take time to worship God, because that Sunday worship that we spend to worship God is so important for our relationship with God, that it's why it was made for us. And so I encourage you to take to heart, think about, like, how your Sundays are. Are they busy, filled with work, or are you taking that time to honor a relationship with God and take time for rest? So ponder that this week, and I encourage you to continue reading the Gospels, especially the Gospel of Mark, because that's our daily readings, but really any Gospel. And until I see you again tomorrow, I want to wish you God bless, and please pray for me as I'm praying for you. Bye.